So it begins.
Alright, welcome back. In our previous video, we looked at the introduction to a new account in Magic Arena. We looked at the interface, the deck builder, and some basic things like that. At the end of the video, basically we saw that we have this quest, mission, challenge, whatever you choose to use. It says we get 750 gold for casting 30 white or blue spells. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to be looking at either the white or the blue deck, or perhaps both if it goes well, and we'll just try them out and see how they work. We also have, we get another 100 gold for winning a mission, and if we get 4 more wins, we'll get a free pack, and if we play 5 more lands, we will get 250 gold. I forgot about these introduction. Basically, we're going to play 5 lands in our first game, so we're going to get this really quickly. So let's go to our decks. And let's do the white one. All right, I think the white deck is the deck that you start with in the tutorial. Obviously, you don't use the whole thing, but it's very different from what I normally expect a white deck to be. Most mono white decks that you see around are going to have a ton of cheap creatures. For example, this guy is like a stereotypical white creature. He costs 2, he's got 3 attack, he's very aggressive. Or this guy, he's cost 2 and he's flying. This is what most white decks are. They have a lot of cheap stuff and they just kill you really quickly. Take Vengeance. Okay, so let's talk about removal as well. So anytime you hear the word removal, basically removal is anything that kills something. So if you hear somebody say you need to play more removal in your deck, it just means that you need to play more kill spells. So white normally exiles, occasionally it destroys. Red deals damage, black kills. Green doesn't really do that. Blue doesn't really do that either. It returns it to the hand. But so if somebody uses the word removal, that's what they're talking about. Anything that kills or gets rid of something. So this, for example, costs 2. Remember at the top right, you see a white and then a 1. So the white basically means 1 mana of white color and then 1 mana of any other color. So it can be blue, green, whatever. So it costs 2, and it's a sorcery, so you can only play it on your own turn, and you can destroy a tapped creature. Remember last video we talked, a tapped creature is a creature that's turned sideways. So if a creature attacks you, you can on your next turn play Take Vengeance and kill it. But after this point, so pretty low on, remember the green deck had a lot of 2s. Actually, we can look at this. The green deck had a lot of 2s and then some 3s, and then it slowly went down. This one has a lot of stuff in the higher edge, which is very interesting, and I don't know how good that is, but we'll see. This is not a great card. Most of these aren't very good cards, but we have them. Luminous Bonds is fine. You play it, and it makes it creature so it can't attack or block. That's really powerful, because if they can't attack or block, that basically means that they're mostly irrelevant. This card is great. This was in my first deck was actually a white-red deck, and maybe we can build that later, but this guy, we'll see if we can get him in play. He's really powerful. I like this too, because this basically, well, you'll see how all of these go. But one thing I did notice, we did get some white cards, and I think I would like to get rid of some of this super expensive stuff, because this is just so expensive. 8 mana. Golly, that's so expensive. We're going to get rid of that. I know it's powerful, and we're going to get rid of the planes, and we're going to put this, and I'll explain what those are later. And let's put this one guy. He costs 1. So he'll be easy to cast. So we're back up to 60 cards, but again, I went down to 24 lands. The beginner's deck have 25 lands, which is just so much. You're just gonna lose because you draw too many lands a lot. So changes have been made. White deck. Let's get stuck in. So we gotta cast 30 white spells, win, play 5 lands. Let's do it. Let's change. Okay, you know what, let's do ranked. So we're gonna start at the bottom tier, and let's do it. So this time I'd also like to just talk about attacking and blocking. So Potdinu versus Paraneu. Oh, the names that people come up with. Okay, so last time we drew an opening hand that had 2 lands. This one has 4. I don't think this hand is very good. Man, I don't really know. You know what? Let's mulligan. Screw it. Okay, this hand's way worse, but we have something to play at the beginning. So we'll keep. And when you mulligan, see, I only drew 6 cards. That's the cost of mulliganing, but you get to scry. So if somebody asks what scry means, scry means you look at the top card, or in this case just one card, and you can either leave it on the top or you can put it on the bottom. But so we don't want any more planes, so we're going to take this card that's on top and boop, put it on the bottom. So scry is you look at the top card, you can either leave it there or you can put it on the bottom. So if somebody says something says scry 2, that's what you get to do. It's a really powerful mechanic. Okay. Ah, we drew a land anyways. Okay, so this guy costs 1. Get him out quickly. Okay, so now not only have we played a land, but we have also cast a white spell. Okay, so this guy's playing black-green. Okay, so this guy's probably going to win. Just simply because he's playing 2-color deck, which means it's probably one of the decks that come for free. So this guy, when he dies, he gets a 2/2. So when I die, I get a 1/1. So they're actually similar creatures. I'm going to attack into it. That's fine. Okay, yeah, so this is basically going to be a deck that when stuff dies, they get cool things. Oh wow, we were just drawing all of the lands. Huh. I'm going to hold on to this removal. See, I could just kill this tapped guy. See, he is tapped, he is sideways. But let's save it for this guy or maybe a bigger character. No attack. Oh, crap, we don't want to attack. There we go. Wrong button. And we'll end the turn. Alright. I'm just going to block here. So I blocked there. Basically, I want to save 3 damage, and I don't care if my 1/1 dies. So I just took 2 damage from that guy. So he attacked, got through. This guy got blocked by my 1/1. Now we're going to attack. Now we're going to destroy the 3-cost guy. So they do get a 1/1, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? So we're just getting run over. But you notice at the beginning I took out that guy that cost 8. We're almost dead, and we've only got 4 lands. So the odds of us getting to 8 lands is very low. And we don't have any creatures. So I think we're just going to be dead. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just going to be dead on the next turn. But I'll sit here and let's see what happens. So they can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we're just dead. Oh, so this guy, when he comes in, he gives other Saprolings +2/+2. So they already had this token from when I killed this guy earlier. And he gave him +2/+2, so he's a 3/3. And then at the beginning of each turn, he makes a new one. So he basically makes a new 3/3. And we're just dead right here. But we'll play this guy. Just for the fun of it. So good game, so he gets another 3/3 from this guy. And we're going to have to block this one. Okay, so because of this guy, he says all creatures able to block him do so, which means I have to block him, which is unfortunate. But I wasn't actually trying to win. And they're going to deal a ton of damage to me. So this deck is definitely... Ouch. GG. So this deck is definitely better than mine. I mean, it's 2-color. Typically in a 2-color deck you can put better cards in than you can in a single-color deck. Not always. We'll try it again. But see, I got 3. I only cost 3. Oh, that's so bad. But I played 5 lands, so I got 250 gold. So now we're up to 1250. Let's play again. Yeah. We'll try it again. Menamarth. See, again, we have all this expensive stuff. I don't know. Let's just keep it. YOLO. That's not the correct use of YOLO, but we're using it. So we don't really have anything to play until turn 5, which is unfortunate, but those are the cards that we have. Okay, so that's actually really good. So we have this to kill their first thing, and this to kill their second. Well, it won't kill it, but perfect. Okay. So now I could use Luminous Bonds on him right now, but he's not really a threat. He's only 2 power, so we're gonna play this guy. Because I want to start dealing damage. It doesn't help for me to just be sitting here killing stuff if I'm not actually dealing damage. My deck's not good enough. So if I want to beat him... Okay, that's a problem. Ugh. If I want to beat him, I'm going to have to be killing stuff while I attack. So Johnny's Pridemate. So he's a 2/2 for 2. So it's normal, but whenever you gain life, he gets +1/+1 forever. So if he gains life... you know what? I'm just going to take that trade. Because he can get huge. Johnny's Pridemates, once they start gaining life, those guys get big really fast. Okay, and now we're going to see. So watch, they're going to gain life, and then they both get +1/+1. Boom. So they're both 3/3s. You see how these can just get ridiculous very quickly. Okay, so we're going to play this guy because we want to keep putting threats on the board. And we're going to play Take Vengeance and kill that. So destroy tapped creature. And we'll kill him. So this guy, he's okay. He's better, again, in a deck that's got a lot of cheaper stuff. But he's got 3 attack for 2 mana. So that's really good. Ugh. Ugh, that hurts. So this card that he just played costs 4, so black, white, and then 2, and you get 3 1/1s with lifelink. So every time they hit, they're going to gain 1 life, gain 1 life, gain 1 life. He's going to get +1/+1/+1, and he'll be 6/6. So, and I didn't draw a land. So we're just going to play this. It costs 3. He can't attack or block. We're just going to put it on that guy. And we're just going to sit back, because if I attack here, they're just going to block with a 1/1, and he'll die. And that's not worth it. That's the problem with things that have 1 toughness. So in the previous video, I talked about defense or health. The correct word is actually toughness. It's the second number. So this guy is a 3/1. So if you refer to him, you say he's a 3/1. He's got 3 power and 1 toughness. The power is like their attack. We're just getting rolled over again. Okay. So this is an interesting card. So we're going to cast it. So this guy costs 4. Again, we're not going to attack. Costs 4. And he's a 3/3, which isn't great, but when he attacks, I'll get to tap something. So it can't block. You'll see that in a moment, if I can ever attack. But their cards, again, are just better. This is probably the black-white deck that you'll get by the end of the week. So you start out with 5 decks, and for the first 5 days of the week, you get a new deck each day, and then the 6th day, you'll get 5. They're just trying really good cards. Okay, so let's talk about this again. This guy has the word flying. This guy has the word flying. These do not. These do not. So flying, basically, just think you're levitating above the rest of the battlefield. So when you attack, people who don't have flying cannot block. So flying's a really important ability, maybe one of the best. Blue and white and black have a lot of flyers. I don't know what to do here. This is just really tough. I guess we're just going to play this guy. And hope we get something good. So, Convoke is an interesting ability. You know what? I'm just going to attack. Okay, so we're just going to attack with this guy. These guys make attacking with this guy bad. So we're just going to attack with this guy and watch what happens. So when he attacks, I get to tap somebody. So this guy can kill him. So we're going to click on him. He taps, and now he can't block. And we get through. But we're just going to die to these two in 2 turns, actually. Unless we can draw 2 lands in a row. If we draw 2 lands in a row, we have a chance. Or our opponent just messes up, which is less likely. Okay, that's huge. Okay, so this guy keeps getting bigger, but he can't attack or block, so he's basically useless. So we need to draw a land right here. Wow, that was big. Okay, fail. So, 1 black mana, you gain 1 life, and a creature gets -X/-X. So they gained at least 1. They gained 3 life. So my guy got -3/-3, so he became a 0/0. So that kind of is pretty bad. But we finally get to 5 mana, so we're going to play this guy. So he's a 3/4 for 5, but when he comes in, we gain 4 life. So we go from 10 up to 14. So we're still pretty screwed. We're going to attack with this guy. Because we're going to die to these guys unless we can do something. So. I think we're just dead anyways. Yeah, we're super dead. Okay. So this guy costs 2, and he gives other vampires +1/+1. So all these things are just going to get bigger. So he's now at a 4/5. These are all 2/2s. They're just going to attack with those 2 because they can just kill me next turn. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Okay, so we end up drawing the last planes. Let's just try it. Get this guy out here. Okay, so this is actually interesting. So he's a big beefy character. He's a 5/5 with flying, so he can block these 2. She can. It's a girl. Flying and vigilance. So vigilance, remember we talked about when you attack. See these guys, when they attacked, they tapped. Vigilance means that you don't tap when you attack. So watch this. You know what? We're just going to go like this. We're just going to attack with everybody. They're not going to tap. They're just going to attack. And they stay untapped, so they can still block. Now, we're still probably dead. I can't imagine us not being dead. Yep, that's big. Now we're super dead. GG. Okay, so we got beat again. Yep. So he's still getting bigger. Okay. I just don't think this white deck is very good. The green deck was okay. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the blue deck. Let's look at the blue deck. Okay, so you dealt 10 damage, so we got another 250. So we're getting close to being able to buy another pack. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be able to get a red-green deck. So we'll get even more cards, plus some dual lands and some just better stuff. So that we just played a green-black deck and a white-black deck. Those are the ones that we'll be able to get soon. And if we win, we're going to be able to get some more packs. So I'm not going to do the white anymore. Let's do the blue. Let's look at this one a little bit. Okay. So this has some really expensive stuff too. It's basically an artifact-based deck. Some stuff like this is just garbage. Let's see what we have in blue. which don't really have much. We may just have to try it. Well, I'm going to take an island out and at least put in that. So this is removal for blue. It doesn't kill it, it just returns it to their hand. Yeah, some of these decks are pretty terrible. But we're going to be done. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And you know what? The cool thing is, even if we lose, we're still racking up the spells. So, and we're not going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to just do regular play. So, I'm not sure how regular play with ranked. You have a rank, and when you win, your rank goes up. When you lose, your rank goes down. Not sure how play works, but maybe we'll get to play against some lower ranked players. It would be lovely. Okay, this actually looks like a solid hand. Okay, we're gonna keep. So we're going second. We have 3 lands, which is about perfect. Okay, we drew land, so we're gonna play it and pass. So Diamond Mare is kind of interesting because it can block because it's got 3 toughness. It only costs 2, and when he enters, I'm going to choose blue, and then I'll gain a life for every spell I play. Okay, so we're going to play him, and we're going to choose blue. Okay, now this is the card that we put in, and you'll see how they work. This is similar. This can return creatures. This can return anything. Okay. I think we're gonna use this. So they just played this. So this is back to what we played last video. Just kind of a starter deck. This is probably actually is the green starter deck. So yeah, we're gonna play. Actually, we're gonna pass the turn. I'll show you how to play instance. Now I could play it on my turn right here. But we're gonna do something better. So we've got all of our mana untapped. And this is an instant. This is an instant. Just watch. Okay, so now they have 5 mana. Because remember, this can be a green as well. So 4 + 1. And this guy can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, which is relevant. Okay, this is great. So he's going to try to enchant this, which is going to give him +4/+4, because it gives, remember we used this in the last video? He's going to put it on this. So normally this is going to make an 8/7. This is really exciting. This is why enchantments are super risky, because watch what I do. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to return him to his hand. I gain a life. Okay, so it goes back to his hand. And, okay, this is Surveil. This is like Scry. We're going to look at the top card. We don't want an island, so we're going to put it in our graveyard. Okay, so we don't draw that. So this is really big. So he goes to his hand, which is okay, but that has nothing to go to anymore because the creature's gone, so it just dies. That is why enchantments are super risky, because it just died. So he just lost. That's one of the best cards in his deck, and he just lost it. And we just drew the best card in our deck. That's amazing. Just wait till you see this guy in action. This is one of the best. I'm getting excited. Okay, we're going to play this. This guy costs 4. And when he enters the battlefield, if you have an artifact, which I do, because this says artifact creature horse in the middle, I draw a card. So we're going to play this. Boop. So I get a blue, and I'm going to draw a card. Okay, this deck is working super well. Okay, now, this guy is a 2/1, mine is a 1/3, so he can't kill me, so we're going to attack. It's only 1 damage, but we're getting in. Wow, this is actually working. Blue is my favorite color, but the starter deck just seems like garbage, but we are drawing really well right now. Okay, he just did nothing. I think he misclicked. Okay, now we have 5 mana. Not sure what this thing does. When you cast an artifact spell, that's not very good. So, we're going to attack, I think. Yeah. Next, we're going to go to our attack step. I don't want to play this yet, because remember, we got them by playing something at that weird time, so we're not going to play anything yet. We're just going to attack with this guy for 3 damage. See, nothing... I mean, they can kill it if they want, but I'll kill 2 of their things. Or I'll at least kill 1 of their things, rather. So they can double block, and they can actually trade, which is fine. Yep. So it dies, he gains 2 light. So that was actually a good trade. I didn't even think about that. And then we're just going to play this. 4/4 flyer. Alright. Just going to play 1/1. Does nothing. Alright, so there's the guy from before. Remember I talked about flyers cannot be blocked? So, this is a big deal. It's a big dude. And it's going to get better. Okay, this is a garbage card. But we're going to attack. So we're going to go next. Next, go to our attack step. And we're going to attack with this guy. Next. 4 damage, and it's going to get even better. Okay, Tempest Djinn, the best card in the deck. 3 blue. He has flying, first of all, and his attack gets +1 for each island. I have 6 islands, so he's got 6. And we're going to end the turn. We've still got this. Alright, so he's only got 3 cards, we've got 3 cards, but we're way ahead now. It might feel like we're even, but... So I think he's just going to go to attacks. Okay, this is fine. I think we're just going to take it, because we've got 24 life, he's only hitting for 4. We're going to hit for 10 next turn. Okay, so he's going to play this again. Remember what we did last time? We're going to play this. Remove him to his hand. And that Titanic Growth goes bye-bye. And he can't play it because his mana's out. Actually, he can. Actually, he has tons of mana. Yep. So, that is why removal is huge. Now the Djinn becomes a 7/4. Attack with these 2. Hit for 11. Honestly, we don't really need to play these. So, a guy asked why you would hold things in your hand. Well, if I play them, I mean, we're gonna win. But let's just say there's a chance that he just kills everything. We'd want to have some things held back so that after they kill everything, we could play them out. But also, he's been blown out twice by these 2 because I played something from my hand. And so if I just hold 2 cards, he doesn't know what they are. Again, okay, this is big, but we still win. So, this guy looks like he's ridiculously expensive. He costs 12, but, one moment, no blocks. But his cost becomes less by the power of the creatures he controls. So he's 12 minus 4 minus another 1 minus another. So 12 minus 6. So he was able to pay 5 plus 1, so 6 for that. So this guy's actually, or girl, Galt, I guess that's a girl name. That's a good card. We're going to play an island, and we're just going to attack for the win. Alright, so we've beaten mono green twice and lost to everything else. I'm really excited about the blue deck, actually. We might do one more match, see how that works. We'll claim this, and we'll see if we can do one more. Alright, I actually changed my mind. The video's at 28 minutes long, that's long enough. There was one more thing I wanted to look at. We just played a green deck, and the green deck talked about Trample. So I just want to look at that card one more time. So Ghalta. So it's a 12, so there's 2 greens and a 10. So that's 10 plus 2 is 12. And it's a 12/12 with Trample. And it costs less by the power of creatures you control. So in that previous game, they had a 4, a 1, and a 1, so that was 6 less. So you were able to cast the 12 cost for 6. So that's super powerful. Let's talk about trample. So the text here says a creature with trample can deal excess damage, combat damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Basically, if this, let's say this, here it is, he's a 10/10. If he attacks, okay, a 10/10 attacks, I block it with a 1/1. Okay, the 1/1 will absorb all of that 10 damage. Okay, so the 1/1 will die, a horrible death, but he'll take all the damage. So the rest of those other 9 damage from that 10/10 is wasted. This guy, girl, if she attacks, okay, 12/12, with trample and a 1/1 blocks, okay, the 1/1 will absorb 1 damage, and then the 11 damage will go right over and hit the player. So for big creatures, we talked about flying being an important thing. Trample is also an important thing, and you'll see that in green a lot. See, here's an 8/8. So an 8/8 trample, so if the 8/8 is blocked by a smaller guy, the damage will go right over that little guy. It'll kill him, and then it'll hit the person. So you want to look when, like, big creatures, having trample is super important. But I just wanted to cover that. So hopefully you saw in that battle things like Blanchwood Armor or Titanic Growth are really powerful, but you can use removal being things that kill, basically remove a creature. You can use those when they cast, instead of casting it on your turn, wait until they cast something on their creature and then remove the creature, and they lose both the creature and the spell that they cast on it. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope this was entertaining. Hopefully it was a little bit better than the previous videos I've made, and hopefully it'll be helpful. So we talked about flying, trample, and hopefully got to see some of me getting wrecked with that stupid white deck, and also winning with that blue deck. And we'll talk more about that blue deck in the next video when we finish up this stupid cast 30 white or blue spells mission and get some gold and packs. So have a great day.